Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yes. How are we all doing today? Great, good. Thumbs up. I see thumbs ups all around. People at home, how are you? I know you are still in your pajamas, which I wish I was as well. But we really appreciate you joining us and participating in service in any way you can. My name is Joan James. I am a licensed practitioner, and I am in ministerial school as well. So I will be leading this circus today, and I'm very grateful that all of you are here and that we're going to have a great service. So here at Center for Spiritual Living, Minneapolis, we have a statement of truth. And our statement of truth is, there is a power for good in the universe, and you can consciously use it, consciously. And our mission is to teach, demonstrate, empower a positive spiritual approach to living. So that's, if you're like, what do they do here? That's the basics, man. We talk about how you can use that power for yourself, and we have classes, and we teach, and we talk with each other, and we grow together as a community. So it's a cool place to be. I would like you now just to sort of check in and see if your cell phone is turned off. Just to make sure. I need to warn you all that even when my cell phone is turned off, it's going to ring in my hearing aids. So if I pause for a second, I should probably bring it up here. If I pause for a second, I'm going to go get it.
Those are cool.
Except when you're trying to speak. My sound is off, but now I can stop it from making noise in my hearing aids. So now's the time to just sort of settle into your seats. Take a deep breath. Be grateful for the sun. And know that there is just one power in the universe, and it's a power for our good. And that everyone gathered here today is here for a reason. Whether you're at home, whether you're here for a reason. You're here to participate in the joy and love and creation of how we can use that power in our lives. And it's a power that I imagine as an egg of golden light that I can just soak into my body, and I know it's connected to me, and I know that I'm moving through this world with joy and love and peace. I am grateful that everyone is here today. And I'm grateful for this process that we have to be together and to experience our spiritual journeys with each other as a community. And I release these words into the world, knowing that as I say them, they are true. And so it is. All right, we have, is this the first time you've played here? Second, I've been not here, so I wouldn't know. This is Claire, and she'll be doing our music today. And it's time for a song. Thank you.
Thanks. So, but you don't get off so easily because you have to sing too, because pretty soon there are going to be words up there. And if everybody has their specs or good eyesight, you get to join in. And on top of it, I'm just going to run through at least kind of what would be considered the refrain and then maybe the verse. So in case, have you ever done this Karen Drucker, thank you for this day?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then we can just roll right into it and be good. Okay, good. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Beautiful, beautiful, healing day. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, healing, healing day. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. This wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you for this world, Spirit. Thank you for this world. Thank you for this world, Spirit. Thank you for this world. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world. Oh, thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful.
That would be Nephew Nick calling. All right, so we have a group reading now. Oh, way to go. All right. This is our group reading that we'll read together. So we can start with, I am ready to deepen my conviction in the power and presence for good. I am ready to apply it in my daily life. I am ready to receive God's highest blessings. I am ready to live from a higher level of beingness. I am ready to be transformative light in the world. I thought I saw a group reading. All right, and here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we believe that all faiths bring a certain peace that unites us all, that underneath all of them there is a golden thread that runs through them from beginning to end. And at this time, we have a candle lighting service, and Monty has been recruited to light the candles. Is it working? We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. And I invite you now to take a moment and light a candle within for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of wholeness, oneness, and mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. Thank you, Monty. And now we're going to have our inspirational reading. And who's my reader? Ah, here comes Jeff.
Good morning. We have a poem by Hugh Wiles, whoever Hugh is. If you can start the day without caffeine or pep pills, if you can always be cheerful, ignoring aches and pains, if you can eat the same food every day and be grateful for it, if you can understand when your loved ones are too busy to give you any time, if you can overlook it when those you love take it out on you, when, through no fault of your own, something goes wrong, if you can take criticism and blame without resentment, if you can ignore a friend's limited education and never correct them, if you can resist treating a rich friend better than a poor one, if you can face the world without lies and deceit, if you can conquer tension without medical help, if you can relax or sleep without the aid of drugs, then you are probably the family dog.
Oh, I like that one very much. And now we're going to be blessed with another song.
I think I'm migrating down. Either that or I started out shorter this morning, I'm not sure. So, as I understand, we're going to be talking about blessings today. So, I went digging, and I actually found this is a song that was written by Bob Dylan for his son Jess as a blessing. And it's kind of a lullaby, too, but it is definitely a blessing. A blessing is when you wish something good for someone or bestow a feeling of love upon something. So this is called Forever Young. Got a little trouble? What do you think? You think? Excuse me, we're having technical difficulties. Should I move it over? You know, wireless systems are great because you don't have the wires, but sometimes they don't always do what they're supposed to do, or they talk to one another, and what good is that? We're still having problems, aren't we? Just go with it. We're not going to go with it. Want me to try hardwire it again? Or is it the transmitter? Try again. Is it transmitter? One moment, we're having technical difficulties. We will have a 2-minute intermission.
So, Joan, during the intermission, why don't you give us an update about the Ukrainian?
Oh, yeah, since we have a 2-minute intermission, this would be a good time to share with you. For those of you who don't know, I've not been here, my wife and I sponsored a family from the Ukraine. And we did this with a group of people. We are not doing this alone. And they arrived about 2.5 weeks ago. Father Vasily, Mother Victoria, and their special needs daughter Serafima, and Pixel, their dog. Pixel, that's how they say it. I've been learning a lot of words in Ukrainian, which has been sort of fun. And they have been doing very well. A week after they arrived, Victoria found out that her only brother was killed on the front line. So they were really going forward and really learning, and really, we saw them moving out of our house within a month, and that changed everything. It just ground everything to a halt, and our house became a place to express grief, love, healing. We took everything off the plate of when they're going to leave our house because their daughter needs help, and Colleen and I are both grandmas from the age we were born. So that since that's been taken off, it's been very sweet. It's been the house, they don't feel like they need to leave. Everything is very good. They've been helping. They've been making dinner and cooking because this is our busy time of the year. And Serafima has been to many medical doctors so far, and it's going very, very well. She's really beginning to get some authentic care for what she's got going on with her. So we hope to bring them here in a few weeks. Trying with an interpreter so you can actually have a conversation with them. And I appreciate all the love and sharing that you've done. And when I talked about Pixel and Tony came back last night, and they're actually doing okay. So Tony growls and Pixel runs away. So I'm hoping it just stays that way. All right? So there's the update.
Yeah, when I was here last, you were just in the throes of trying to establish everything, and they hadn't arrived yet. Yeah. Coming through now. Oh, good. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars, climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong, and may you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung, and may you stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young.
That was a beautiful rendition of that song. Thank you so much. All right, so now, who everybody's been waiting to hear, why the reason you're here, I'm going to introduce our one of the spiritual leaders of our church here, Reverend Debby O'Donnell.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for spending your morning with us, even though it's sunny outside. We haven't seen the sun in a while, but it's still like really cold out, you guys. I don't get this. Anyway, it's April. This month we're looking at being showered with all of God's blessings. Those blessings that make us remember who and whose we are, right? It is those blessings that pour down upon us, that operate through us, that circulate all around and for us. And then it comes back to us with an opportunity to have our hearts wider, to have it more opened. So today, I want to talk about the blessing of a happy life. And unless you are the family dog, and we do have two of those, who wants to be happier? I mean, come on, right? I mean, we're happy. One of the reasons this philosophy, this religion, this mental approach to living is because it allows us to be happy. Not that Pollyanna, oh, things are fine kind of happy, right? But that real sincere things are fine at a certain level. And they're going to keep being fine, and they're going to get finer. And that's the kind of happiness I want to talk about today. Not that Pollyanna, oh, I'm happy, right? Not that temporary happiness that we get when something really good or awesome or wonderful comes to us. Not that that kind of happiness isn't bad, right? It's good happy. But I'm talking about that happiness within. You know, it resides within us. And it's there for no reason at all but for us to acknowledge it and express it. For us to sit with it. For us to allow it to shine through us, open us, and allow us to be that wonderful, transformative change agent in the world. A couple of quotes for you. Ernest Holmes, our founder. All power, all wealth, all everything that human mind holds worthwhile is worthless without happiness. Wayne Dyer. Most people are searching for happiness. They're looking for it. They're trying to find it in someone or something outside of themselves. That's a fundamental mistake. Happiness is something that you are, and it comes from the way that you think. It isn't the world that makes you unhappy or the way other people are in the world. It's how you process the people and events of the world. And Dr. Joseph Murphy. Happiness is the harvest of a quiet mind. Anchor your thoughts on peace, poise, security, divine guidance, and your mind will be the productive happiness that all seek. Isn't it amazing how all the good stuff always starts within? It's the one consistent theme, right? So there's this gal that wrote a book on how to be happy. And I'm going to butcher her name, so just know that. Sonia Lambormisky, I believe, or at least close. And as I was going through this book, I realized that Ernest Holmes' idea of how religion and science and philosophy all meet up, you can find it everywhere, even in textbooks of scientists that specialize in happiness. So, the first question that she addresses is why happy? Why is happiness important? And why would one want to be more happy? Well, here's some studies that have proven the following. When we become happier, we not only boost our experience of joy, our excitement and our contentment and love, but we also tend to see the awe in everything and everyone. It improves every aspect of our life, including our energy level, our immune system, how we engage with people. It impacts our physical and mental health. It boosts our feelings of self-confidence. It supports a greater success of everything in our life. And finally, and probably the least appreciated, is that it raises everyone else's happiness as well. When you're a naturally happy person, you kind of naturally bring out the happy in everybody else. And have you noticed? Because I think most of us in this philosophy are generally pretty happy. And how you notice that you sometimes attract people that just want to be around you because you make them feel better. You make them happier. Such a gift. So the second question she tackles is this idea of how much influence do we really have over our happiness? And it turns out quite a bit. And there's a couple of studies that you can internet find, and I've got them listed, because these numbers are kind of amazing, I think. We control 40% of our happiness. studies have shown that 50% of our happiness is genetic. 50%. And that level of happiness they call a set point, right? We're sort of born into a family with a certain set point of happiness or environment, so to speak. 50%. How much do you think our happiness is based on what's going on out here? Our job, our relationships, our money, our activities? 10%. Only 10% of what we're experiencing out here in the noise impacts our happiness. So that leaves 40% that we can influence, that we can control, that we can maneuver, that we can increase and put to work. Now, her answer on how you go about doing this is pretty simple. If you change your thinking, you can change your happiness. What do you guys think of that idea, huh? Pretty scientific. I think so. I think so. She says, I want to quote her, if you're not happy today, you won't be happy tomorrow unless you take things into your own hands, take action, and change the way you think. A direct quote. Okay? Brilliant. I love it. Because that's sort of what we do here, right? We talk about how do we change our thinking so we can change our life and consciously use our divine partnership with that one source to make not only our lives better, but the world better. We're changing our thinking. She also maps out 12 things that happy people do well. 12 things that will allow us to be more happy. Expressing gratitude, cultivating optimism, avoiding overthinking and social comparison, that little thing called judgment and monkey mind, right? Practicing acts of kindness, nurturing social relationships, learning to forgive, increasing the flow of positive experiences, savoring life's joy, committing to one's goals and setting intention, practicing religion or spirituality, and taking care of your mind, your body, your physical activity, and acting like a happy person. Okay? Act as if, we say, and it shall be. So now that we know all of us new thoughters are kind of like on that right path, right? We're sort of like already working on our happiness quota, even though we didn't know we had one, right? And we're not doing it in a fake me out until it happens kind of a way, but we're doing it sincerely by doing our work. I want to look at 3 of these top items. I want to look at expressing gratitude. Yes, we talk about that a lot, but it's important. Cultivating optimism and overthinking and social comparison. So, gratitude. People who consistently practice gratitude are found to be relatively happier, more energetic, more hopeful, more positive. They also tend to be more helpful and empathetic. And they're more likely to forgive and less likely to be materialistic. Right? Can we all raise our hands to that? Yes. Okay. And furthermore, they tend to not be anxious or stressed. Gratitude is the great multiplier. Diane Harmon, who wrote the book Five Gifts to Something, she talked about the idea that when we express gratitude and appreciation, we're opening up the door for others to do the same. And as we continue to open those doors, others continue to open those doors, and things come back to us pressed down and multiplied in the good of it all. Catherine Ponder, she was once thought as the greatest New Thought prosperity teacher of her time. And she used to say that the act of blessing everything is the only transformative prosperity secret you need to know. Bless it and see what happens. So, what are you grateful for? This is one thing I love about gratitude, is that there's always something to be grateful for. Even in the middle of whatever crazy's happening, taking that conscious breath and just being thankful for that breath can change everything. Can change how you react. Gratitude is the simplest thing of all that we can all practice. So, it requires nothing but a willingness and the ability to remember right now, I need to check out, check into gratitude, and then I can come back, right? Really, it's that simple. Okay, now for cultivating optimism. I'm willing to bet that all of us are pretty optimistic, right? But she talks about the difference, in her book, she talks about the difference between being an optimist and a pessimist. So see how you do with this. For an optimist, if something bad happens, we tend to think of it as a fluke, right? As a temporary thing. But a pessimist thinks of it as something that's permanent, right? It's permanent, never going to change. When something good happens, an optimist is more likely to reflect it upon their whole life, right? Like, yeah, that's what my life's like. It's good like this. A pessimist, it's kind of like, that was luck, right? That was luck. Yeah. An optimist will also, if something good happens, right? An optimist will take time to celebrate, pat themselves on the backs, share the fact that, hey, this happened. I'm doing a really good job. A pessimist, when something good happens, again, they're like, it's an isolated incident. It won't happen to me again. I just got to wait for that other shoe to drop. A bad event, just this one time. It's isolated from everything else. This really isn't my life. This is just something that showed up for me to work on improving my skills. That's it. It doesn't taint my whole world. An optimist, when something happens to them that's bad, they assume it's something that's outside of their control. An off day. Wrong time, wrong place, won't ever happen again. Those kinds of things. And when you look at that list, we all tend to think of ourselves as being an optimist, except for when that one bad thing happens, right? Okay? Think about it. I don't know about you, but I've got some of these pesky old thoughts and old habits. My pesky old thoughts tend to say, okay, let's take this personal, right? And because we're taking it personal, let's just figure out how we're going to also get even, right? Those are my two big pesky thoughts. I don't know about yours, but those are mine. So she suggests, and I love this idea, and I've now done it a few times, that you ask yourself some questions, because those pesky thoughts are barriers to your happiness. So try these off, these pesky thoughts. What else could this situation or experience mean? Can any good come of it? Does it present any opportunity for me? What lessons can I learn and apply to the future? What strengths and benefits did I derive from this not so great event? I'm adding, are you taking it personal and why? I'm adding that question because, well, it's important. Those risky, pesky thoughts, just like any of those old tapes that are no longer supporting us, there's something about putting it down on a piece of paper. Do you agree? Something about putting it down on a piece of paper and walking through it. And when you logically walk through it without your emotions, you logically reach an answer that is not personal, that is not failure, that is not why me and why again. It's none of those answers. It's logical, it's rational, and it has something that allows you to take action. Not to reverse it, not to change it, but to make sure you're not courting it in the future. Right? So, anybody currently stressed, concerned about money, wondering about a relationship, wondering about the environment? It's time you might want to consider what pesky questions, what pesky old thoughts and old habits are no longer serving you. Write them down. Analyze them. Yeah, I don't know, when you write them down, they lose some attachment, right? Because now it's out there, it's not just here. His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, one begins identifying those factors which lead to happiness and those factors which lead to suffering. Having done this, one sets about gradually eliminating those factors which lead to suffering and cultivating those which leads to happiness. That is the way. Letting go of what doesn't work and stepping into that greatness. Because with Spirit as your divine partner, it's only onward and upward. That's it. Which leads us to that idea of avoiding overthinking and social comparison. Yeah. She says, we find that the happiest people take pleasure in other people's success and show concern for those who are feeling as failures. It is about taking delight in other people's successes, about celebrating them. Dr. Michael Beckwith does this wonderful guided meditation, and it's about visualizing someone alive that you know, don't know, not alive, that represents what you feel you're here to have, be, and do. And then to allow yourself to go up on stage with that individual, just beaming with love for the success that they're about to be honored for. And then you hear them being honored for all of these things. And your excitement grows and grows and grows and grows. With the idea being, when you hang out with someone or you associate with other people's successes, person or not, doesn't matter, your energy, your vibration goes up. And you get to that point where your vibration is at that level that attracts to you that which you are so grateful they have been blessed with. And then when you get that vibration going, you anchor it. His suggestion is you press your thumb to the palm of your hand, you anchor it. And at any point in time, you can tap back into that energy. See, when we compare ourselves to others, we're dividing ourselves. We're separating ourselves. But we're not separate. We're all one. With divine, unique expressions. Divine, unique gifts. And so there's no reason to separate. There's no reason to compare. There's really no reason to judge. Because if we want to be just like someone else, we never will be. We'll always have our own stamp on it. And when we take pleasure, even if we don't acknowledge we're doing it, not that I've ever done it, that someone is getting their just desserts, right? It makes it sound so nice. When we do that, right, we're still judging, we're still comparing, and we're still taking our energy level down there. None of us are here to have our energy in the muck and the mire. If that's where we were being fulfilled, we wouldn't be in this room. We wouldn't be watching this. We wouldn't be participating in this spiritual path to the degree of unfoldment we're willing to do. We've already suited up, we've already shown up, we've already signed up to not be in the muck. So that idea of someone's just desserts needs to go away. Because all of us deserve what we want. All of us deserve success, however we personally defined success. So as we let go of that stuff, as we start celebrating people's success, as we start feeling some empathy for those who are suffering and going through pain, as we stop labeling good guys and bad guys, and we just bless the whole mess, no matter how hard that is to do, we allow our happiness to sort of elevate, expand, and support us staying at that high level of blessed success. T. Harvey Eckert wrote in his book, Secrets to the Millionaire Mind, bless that which you want. If you see a person with a beautiful home, bless that person and bless that home. If you see a person with a beautiful car, bless that person, bless that car. If you see a person with a loving family, bless that person and bless that family. If you see a person with a beautiful body, bless that person and bless their body. Because blessings come back. Pressed down, multiplied, running over, right? Bless it. It's a scientific fact that you cannot be envious and happy at the same time. It can't happen, right? So, when we let go of our judgment, let go of our opinions, and we just consciously allow happiness to flow, we're making our lives better. We're making the lives of our family and friends better. We're making the life of the world a little better, if you think about it. That's what's ours to do, I believe. I believe every person on this planet has a shared purpose of love, respect, and knowing how divine and unique and connected we all are. Imagine that world. That's a great world. And we get to influence that world. So your assignment this week, you happy people, you? Your assignment this week is pretty simple. If you're not already doing it, spend 1 week writing down 5 things you're grateful for. And don't do any repeats. Just 5. Just 5. Write them down. And then go bless something. Just bless it. When you watch the news or you read some of the stuff going on, just take a breath and know that there's a blessing in there somewhere. Like that story of the kid saying, there's that pony in there somewhere, right? Just bless it, knowing that there's something good about to show its face. And that's the truth, and so it is.
I just have to read the sheet. We have another song.
Oh, I am migrating. Wonder if I can make it through the next one without being on my knees. It popped into my mind while you were doing your talk. Thank you for that, by the way. This is wonderful. There's a little plaque at my dentist's office that says, "Be yourself. Everyone else is taken." So I don't know This is another blessing song, and it's actually, the Irish are so good at blessing things. As a matter of fact, I've been reading about Ireland a lot because there's a trip coming up, and I'm pretty excited about that. But I just did a little search, and I found there are so many blessings, Irish blessings, and manifestations of the original blessings. They're just all blessed to pieces over there. So I thought I'd bring a little bit of that back here. This song I first heard performed by Maura O'Connell, and Joan L. Mosser is responsible for the remanifestation of it. And you probably heard part of the Irish blessing of, may the wind be at your back and the road rise to greet you or meet you. So this is a little different take on it. It is called The Blessing.
May the rain always fall soft upon your field, and the sun pour down like honey where you stand, and may the wind be at your back and the road rise to meet you, and your soul rest at last in the hollow of God's hand. Life isn't always easy. No one ever said it was. But if we are lucky, we will love and be loved. And may the rain always fall soft upon your fields, sun pour down like honey where you stand, and may the wind be at your back, the road rise to meet you, soul rest at last in the hollow of God's hand. Trouble and sorrow carve the lines on your face, but don't you fear tomorrow. You will meet it with grace, and may the sun always shine right upon you stand. Sun pour down like honey where you stand, and may the wind be at your back, the road rise to meet you, so rest at last in the hollow of God's hand. May your friends be many as the promises that you keep. May your laughter in heaven cause the devil to weep. And may the sun always soft upon your fields, sun pour down like honey where you stand. And may the wind be at your back, the road rise to meet you, and oh, rest at last in the hollow of God's hand. And may the rain always fall soft upon your fields, sun pour down like honey where you stand. May the wind be at your back, road rise to meet you, so rest at last in the hollow of God's hand. And may your soul rest at last in the hollow of God's hand. And may your soul rest at last in the hollow of God's hand. God's hand.
All right. That was beautiful again. Maura O'Connell is like it. So if you have never heard her, she's amazing. Now is our time for conscious giving. We are grateful and blessed to be supported by so many people at the center. And we thank you for your gifts, for your donations. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. And there's envelopes on your chair. You can donate online through our website. You can text donations in if you want to do that. Or you can do what we do, is pay when our money's in the bank. So we are very thankful and we are grateful for the gifts and the givers who are with us today. We have a spiritual gift for you. We are like phenomenally blessed, like abundantly blessed with a group of practitioners. And these are people who essentially you meet with them and it's using affirmative prayer. They help you get to where you need to be. They see for you and hold a vision for you if you even can't hold it for yourself. It's a really amazing experience to work with a practitioner. Here today is myself, is Reverend Debbie. Reverend Joanne, you want to raise your hand? Sue Hooper, want to raise your hand? Jeff in the back, want to raise? Celeste, over there? There, Dee, hiding behind Reverend Joanne. So, so that's our gift to you. So if you wish to grab an envelope, and I donate a different way, so I always grab the empty envelope and I put it right against my chest because it's my blessing. And here's my envelope. Know that with this gift that you are moving forward, you are opening the flow in your life for more and more to move into your life as you give forward. And we bless you for this and we thank you for this. So it is. Baskets. Here we go.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Now is our time for announcements. There's a new book study starting, so Celeste is going to speak to that.
Okay, our next book study will be via Zoom on Thursday, start via Zoom on Thursday, May 11th at 7 p.m. Central Time. We will begin a series of books by Don Miguel Ruiz, and we will begin with the 4 agreements. So for more information, contact me or send a request via email to info@cslminneapolis.org. Again, that's info@cslminneapolis.org. Now, like I said, it's a series. We'll begin with the 4 agreements. We'll do the mastery of love and then the voice of knowledge. They're pretty thin, quick, fun books to go through. So I anticipate we'll do all three of them probably end by June, mid-July, summer off, and then we'll start it back up again in the fall, that date to be determined. But I want to put this out there right now that that book that we'll begin with in the fall, that'll be a couple of weeks. We're going to do the Essential Earnest. So keep that in mind. So Don Miguel Ruiz for the next couple of months, summer off, Essential Earnest beginning in the fall. Thank you.
Thank you, Celeste. Reverend Sherry, who is not here today, will be doing another Rising Strong group. She is a Brene Brown facilitator and has studied with her extensively. And this will be presented starting on May 24th at 7 p.m. There's flyers over there if you'd like one. I can't recommend this enough. So I think that's all of the announcements. If you're not receiving information from us via email or have an updated contact information, please sign the contact information sheet if that's changed for you. If this is your first Sunday, or if you've not received a welcome packet from us, please sign the guest book and talk with Celeste, and we'll make sure you get what you need. We're going to be ending service now. We usually stay after and have a coffee hour and chat a little bit and get to know each other. Or if you need to run, you just take off. But it's up to you what you wish to do. I'm going to close this with a blessing. Holy Creator, thank you for this day. I love that song. When I hear it, I'm not going to sing it for the rest of the week in my head. It's one that doesn't go away, but I'm glad to have it for today. I'm glad to know that this day is amazing. This day, I can make it whatever I choose to make it to be, and I can leave here and start this day the minute I walk out that door with what Reverend Debbie gave to us. I look forward to this process. I look forward to each and every one of you challenging yourself and stepping into that and carrying that through your day, through your Sunday. I thank you for Reverend Debbie's message. I thank you for all of you being here. And so it is. And then we'll end. Reverend Joanne, do you want?
I will leave you with this blessing. May you be at peace. May you know the beauty of your own true nature. May your heart be open. May you be healed. May you be blessed. Namaste.
We're going to wrap up with a little gratitude here. I believe, yes, we do. There they are. I'm grateful for those words on the screen. It's all good.
I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath, I'm grateful. And as I greet each new day, there are 3 words that I say. With every breath, I'm grateful. I am 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 grateful. And when I stop to see such love in front of me, with every breath I'm grateful. I keep my heart wide open. I promise in this moment, with every breath, I'm grateful. I am 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 grateful.